Yo, can I get in on this? I want another one, two. 1, 2. Oh, you thought it was through. This was just one assignment, boo. Judge checking with God, getting next instructions. You need an advocate, reach out, he might be coming.
This young black king needs no introduction. When he shows up, haters hate seeing him coming.
And no, he's not Malcolm, he's not Martin either. He got his own style.
Ja-da-da-ya, we see ya. This crew, they not looking for the credit. Advocates on the move. This crew, shifting the atmosphere. Advocates on the move.
And when he comes through, you know they coming too. Hey yo, INA, where you at? What it do? They got receipts, they got them files. They gon' investigate an advocate, holding it down.
And when it comes to intel, you know they showing out. You smiling in Jed's face.
Hold up, check that file. Don't run up on them either, they always in the crowd. INA got his back, you don't know when they around.
This crew, they not looking for the credit. Advocates on the move. This crew, shifting the atmosphere. Advocates on the move.
And then there's Jed's mother, you know she gon' speak. She praying for the people, prophesying what she see.
Jed, God got you covered, he's holding you down. He's showing you his favor, his mercy, his power.
So always stay humble, give God your best. Remember you're a man, ain't no S on your chest. You know where help comes from when you're up or you're down. That crew runs deep, keep the real ones around.
This crew, they not looking for the credit. Advocates on the move. This crew, shifting the atmosphere. Advocates on the move.
Yeah. That crew runs deep, keep the real ones around. Keep the real ones around. INA runs deep, keep the real ones around.
Going on? How y'all doing? This is your boy Jedediah, aka Black, and you are watching me on Facebook or on YouTube on Investigate and Advocate where injustice finds no rest. I'm simultaneously streaming again in hopes that I'll be able to reach a wider audience. Today, I want to speak to the people in the city of Chicago and also to the people that are across the country as it relates to what's going on. I'm now almost 40 years old. I've been an advocate, as you all hear me say often, for almost 2 decades of my life. And I have evolved from just responding to things that are going on to actually researching and investigating things, and it has put me in a different type of league as it relates to advocating from my day when I was a young teenager that was doing it. Basically, I came on here today in hopes of sounding an alarm that anybody who would hear, let them hear. And if whosoever would hear, let them hear the words that are going to come out of my mouth today. I wanted to express that I have found, discovered through multiple different ways that we are in some real trouble. We're in some real trouble as a country, but Chicago, who is over here primarily on my Facebook, you're in some real trouble as a city. And I want you guys to please listen to me for 1 second so that I can make the case. Basically, yesterday, let me say it like this. Basically, and I don't really even know how to unpack the conversation. That's what's crazy about it, right? But almost 200 people with both spaces combined. Please hear me with what I'm finna try to express to you. We are so distracted by the everyday cares, concerns, and desires of this world that we are not doing our part to be the architects of our reality and to build the kind of life that we deserve. And because we are known to not care or pay attention or research, we are on a we are doing a nosedive on a plane on fire with no parachutes, no flight attendants, and no pilot. And if somebody don't wake up, crashing is inevitable in the metaphorical sense. Now, if you go look, okay, so first of all, the president of the United States just indicted the former FBI director. The precedence that's being set in our country right now is extremely bad and volatile, no matter where you fall on the issues. Because the reporter asked a very important question. Do Donald Trump think that he's setting up the people who are around him for indictment should this thing turn over to Democrat or to someone else? The president has immunity. But this is the issue. If you look and do the research, what you will find is that literally no Democrat leader in this country is raising funds well enough in their campaign. Now, I didn't say they wasn't raising resources, but go look at the trends before the current political climate and right now. These Democrats aren't raising half or nearly as much as they were and or would need to raise in order to put up a formidable fight financially. Second, there is in this, and guess what? It's their fault. It is their fault. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to what I'm saying because I'm going to try my best to have a holistic conversation. It is their fault. It is not our fault. It is their fault. The Democrats did this to themselves, and essentially they did this to us, those who are in Democratic controlled places. I don't say this to negate the things that I'm saying on the Republican side, but again, that would be like me getting up here complaining about white plight. I've never been white in my life. I've never been a Republican. So I cannot speak fully to Republican stuff. I've done my research, but I can speak as a Democrat, as a black man. And the Democrats did this to themselves and they did this to us. They're not raising money. But in Chicago specifically, because I'm not just talking, go look and do the research. 2027 budget has not been ratified or created. But do you all not know, if my understanding in Chicago, y'all haven't even gotten your property tax bills? Y'all don't know what y'all finna be on the hook for as it relates to property tax. So while everybody is on the internet with the rapture trend, the rapture, don't worry about the rapture because you need to be worried about repossession. And that's what I made the title of this, Rapture or Repossession. We are so busy being entertained and creating trends. One of the things that I enjoy about my melanated self is the creativity and the ability to be entertained. But we are too damn entertained that right in front of our face that things are happening that we should be addressing, and that is why we remain on the menu and not at the table. The Democrats are literally struggling because they don't have a message. My people perish for a lack of knowledge. Without a vision, what's going to happen? The Democratic Party is visionless and they don't have anything to say because they have not organized substantively for the upward mobility of our community. They have simply created good narratives for elections, and one after another, we have elected people who only get into these seats and enrich themselves, and they be obedient to their party bosses while we stay on programs that keep us uninspired, dependent, not critical in our thinking. And I ain't saying nothing as a, this isn't my opinion, this is the truth. We don't know civics, we're not engaged, we're not inspired, and we don't trust nothing. And I've said this 1,000 times. So now, to keep their jobs, Democrats are running off of anti-Trump initiative. It's the anti-Trump movement. Now we got to keep our job for anti-Trump, but we got to keep our job on basically saying that we want the illegal or the undocumented to have sanctuary. I'm gonna try my best to make this make sense a little bit more. But in the city of Chicago budget, you're about to get hit. Okay? Remember, I said that. The city of Chicago, y'all finna get your ass kicked. Your budget trouble. The state of Illinois. What? How? Can anybody explain to me the budget of the state of Illinois and why is it going in the direction that it is going in? Oh, wait, you haven't looked. And I'm not going to tell you everything that's going on, but you need to look at it. But then not just the budget of the state of Illinois, all of these municipalities got things going on in them that is extremely troubling for anybody who will pay attention. Your taxpayer dollars is literally, there is a wealth transfer that's happening, but it is happening from the government to the pockets of the people in the positions, not to the people who are definitely making up these budgets. So let me tell you, let me try to make this a little bit more practical so that I can be a little bit more clear here. Again, I just said you all haven't got your tax bills. Some of you are about to be priced out. Trust me, I'm not assuming. We know. Not only are you about to be priced out, but you all are about to see cuts. The federal government is basically having the threat of a shutdown. Um, the government is dysfunctional on every level right now. But in places that are predominantly controlled by or ran by Democrats, the federal government is removing and rescinding, like they're rejecting to give these states and these cities that are Democratic cities and states. Um, they're giving them money. Well, don't nobody want to talk politics. Okay, well, we'll see what you want to say when you're dealing with school, when you're dealing with city services, when y'all then got, okay. If you don't want to hit politics, go ahead and get to work, go enjoy your day, get ready for the turn up, because you will remember that you didn't want to listen to this really soon. And I'm not saying that as if somebody's saying that they don't want to listen. I'm just saying, y'all, we gotta get serious right now. The Republican president is removing the funding from these blue states and these blue cities. Many of us had no idea who Charlie Kirk was in the fullness until his assassination. But now, this gentleman who, y'all, we finna have a potential of a Charlie Kirk coin, and they couldn't even figure out the Harriet Tubman 20. Y'all should have understood then. It ain't about what it looked like or what it felt like. Barack Obama looked good and felt good, but was he a fighter? Did he make his base strong? You answer that yourself. So as we get ready for the Charlie Kirk coin, that ain't my focus. My focus is that turning point is now establishing chapters in almost every college and every high school as their next mandate. I ain't here to worry about their message, but do we have anybody organizing in the schools or in the colleges? And if not, then don't bitch about their message getting out there. But the reason why Charlie Kirk is being immortalized as a right-winged, or what they're trying to make an evangelical, it is because they are now conditioning the minds of the people to vote, because it is now the extreme left this. The extreme left this. Listen to what I'm saying. I don't agree with a lot of stuff on both sides, but it is the middle that is American. It is either side that is anti-American, because this is supposed to be a democracy. I don't have a problem with Charlie Kirk and his message. I just have a problem when you that don't, or have an opposing message, don't have a voice. And that is essentially what's happening. And when you express a voice, then they try to make it where you're immoral, you're unethical, you're extremist, you're leftist, you're all of these things. As long as I'm saying that I'm not proud of the Democrats, then I got certain white people cheering me on. But the moment that I say that I'm not proud of Republicans either, then I'm getting attacked for being an extreme leftist, which I've never been a day in my life. I don't believe that we should be trying to legislate who people love. However, I don't believe that the government should be on the hook for what people's personal decisions are, just like the government didn't pay for me to get these big ass veneers. But dental care should be a right for me as a citizen. And so what I'm trying to say here on the at the conversation is to black people, to LGBTQ people, to people who are not in the current plan, you're finna fucking lose. And it's because we're not meeting in the middle. I've already said this. The LGBTQ community became, literally went from we're oppressed to start oppressing. And that's where we always get off. There's a myriad of issues that I could talk about. Okay, give same gender loving people the right to have marriage. Fine. But then we kept moving the post. Now we got to have a flag everywhere. Now we need bathrooms to change. Now kids need to be able to do this and do that. It's too much. And instead of it becoming a talking point to meet in the middle, where we had a place where we learn how to function together, people just started picking a side. And because individuals who did not agree with the lifestyle started to feel overtaken, what do oppressed people do? Now they feel like there's a threat to them, and now they're pushing back. Now look at what you have. A lot of things are being undone. But how is it being undone? Because Democrats are weak pussies. I said it with my face forward. And how do I know it? Because in Illinois, with all of the issues that are coming up with budgeting, with safety, and all these other things, the best answer that they can give y'all is look at Trump. The truth is that Trump is not the responsibility for what's going on, is specifically in Illinois. I can't speak to Michigan. All the corruption going on in Flint, Michigan right now, and it's going so blatantly, is really blowing my mind. And as one man, as one advocate, I cannot attack and attach myself to everything. But this is where it becomes phenomenal. I was on the phone a little earlier with my chief of staff, and he said something that was so powerful to me. He said, Jedediah, the challenge is no longer to find the corruption. The challenge has become to find a good politician. It's not no it's not hard to find a corrupt politician anymore. If I wanted to make that my focal point, I would have literally worked for decades. The challenge now is to find somebody that is not just talking good, but that's actually working to deliver. I hope that I'm making sense to you. The budgets of your state, if you're blue, finna be in trouble. The budget of Chicago, you in trouble already. You all just don't know it. You're dealing with a budget that is now for 2025, 2026. Go and pay attention to the trend and look at what's going to come down the pike. Y'all property taxes is about to fuck you without lube. I promise you that. In the whole state of Illinois and the Southland. I don't know how they finna try to come up with this revenue, but with the president of the United States removing funding and them not checking corruption, you all are going to be left carrying the bag. And you cannot afford to look or not look in any direction. Y'all not going to library board meetings. Y'all not going to public school meetings. Y'all not going to none of the shit. But you're paying for it. And when the corruption bleeds the resources, they take more money from you, and you got to work harder just to stay above the water. That is my point. I ain't got time for all this. I ain't got time for all this. I got to go to work. I got to pay the bill. Your bill is going up. You better find time. And then anybody that's doing something, we demonize them. They need attention. They need money. Well, now I'm not doing shit. Now I'm just telling you what I see. Chicago and Illinois, you're fucked. And I'm telling you it specifically. You are fucked. And when you get done talking about Trump, you're going to look up and realize you'll be homeless. And I'm telling you the truth. I'm not lying to you. That's why I said what I said as it relates to the National Guard. It should have been about a party line. They should have been actually demonstrating the tact that is required to be an elected representative. We don't want this be the message, but we want to talk to the president and we want to engage the federal authorities to figure out a better way. But they wasn't on that because they were too busy signifying, because they need us to forget about what they did and didn't do. And because we forget so fast, y'all would be shocked at the faces of the people in the district of South, the 7th Ward, that when I talk to them. And I say, they're like, Brandon did this and Brandon is standing up to Trump. And I was like, but do you all remember when Brandon didn't even listen to y'all when y'all asked him not to turn that school into a homeless shelter for migrants? So here it goes. Let me make this look a little bit more. Let me make this look a little bit more clear here. Because this is why I get irritated. I'm finna fly back to Chicago. And this is why I'm finna fly back to Chicago. Let me show the people on YouTube real quick, and I'm gonna show y'all on Facebook. This is what I'm talking about right here. Hold on. The mayor of the city of Chicago said to resist the ICE. He said resist ICE because we go against tyranny. Hold on, let me pull this up. I'm trying my best to make a case. I want you guys to know that. Hold on. Y'all gonna see my actual studio screen, but it's the same thing, so just bear with me. The mayor of the city of Chicago said to resist ICE. I said, oh, okay, you want me to resist ICE. But I ain't worried about ICE. I'm worried about the motherfuckers in blue. Now look at this. I want y'all to look at this. Please look at this. My screen dirty as hell.
Let me go, man. Let me go. I ain't do shit. Man, slow down with him, man. What the fuck you grabbing like that for? Let me go, bro. Bro, still, I see you punching him in everything. I got that shit on camera. Got that shit on camera. Let me go, bro. That's not me, bro. You not that. Hey, stop punching. Who is that? I didn't do shit, man. Give me your hand. I didn't do shit. We got him on camera.
Now the same officer that was punching this boy in the face.
Punch him in his face, bro. Fuck you, punch him in his face.
Back the fuck up. Back the fuck up.
Watch out. What do you want? Hey, stop fucking punching him, man.
Now he's punching this boy in his face.
Stop fucking punching him.
Kicking him in his face.
Stop fucking punching him.
They're kicking his. Now he's gonna look for more room to punch him. Punching him in the face.
This shit on camera. They beat him for nothing. Stop punching him. That's not working. Officer Walter. Him right here. Shoot it if you want to. Pull it out.
That video is so damn egregious on so many levels. Number one, so you want us to resist ICE, but what about resisting the Chicago police because they be fucking up United States citizens? That officer was completely antagonistic and he didn't have to push that man. Neither did they need to do any of the, they didn't even have to do none of the punch. When the boy was trying to, he could have held him as he knew that his backup was coming. He saw that cop coming out of the peripheral. He started punching that boy in the face because that's the pushy shit that they do. However, when they got him under arrest or had enough officers subdue him and he get up to basically interact with now, which is technically considered a concerned citizen. Yes, you do have to be back a righteous amount of space, but it is not clear. It is very clear that his intention was to film. He was not saying anything. He walked up, he's filming. Now, the report is that an anti-violence worker is now been charged with a felony for taking a swing at a police officer. That young man who had that V on his shirt he was working anti-violence, basically trying to squash violence in the community, working for the damn government. And now he got a felony charge because he was filming an arrest. And as according to what they were saying, that arrest might not even been started on no good in no good. I don't know. We were trying to get into the particulars of it, but now this is something that we got to deal with. So now here's my question: do the community get to rise up against these fucktards in the city of Chicago? I bet you they can't. I bet you they don't, and I bet you they won't. So don't tell me to be focused on the National Guard because they're not the ones I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about the motherfuckers that got the uniform and the police powers locally. And I've always been concerned about them. Because you mean to tell me that in all the climate we're in, that it ain't been enough training to stop officers for doing that very thing? And how is it that ain't even already been addressed? That officer, when I called, oh, we don't know anything about it. Yes, the fuck you do. It's viral and it's in the news. Y'all, the city's finna go bankrupt. The county, do you all know? Go look at go look at Cook County budget. They ain't gonna have no money in a minute. That means that means your hospitals, your prisons. That means, you know what? This shit is starting to feel impossible at every level. What else do you all see that's going on in Illinois? This is how much I know that the Democrats suck. Right now, they sitting up there playing Robin Kelly, telling her that they support her in the public. But then they in the behind the scenes in their meetings talking about we gotta support Juliana Stratton because the governor is not, we don't want to piss off the governor. They don't want to piss off J.B. Pritzker's fat ass in this congressional race because he wants to be the president of the United States. Listen to what I'm telling you. And I ain't finna say alleged because I'm telling you facts. They over there struggling. Juliana Stratton is not even raising as much as Robin Kelly in running for Congress, Dick Durbin's seat. But all of these politicians, especially the black ones, they don't got no balls or a leg to stand on because they need J.B. Pritzker to give them money. They need J.B. Pritzker to give them money because they don't fucking have none. They've been spending their entire time while they've been elected, as I said before, fucking each other, doing drugs together, and basically finding ways to enrich themselves and their friends. So no, they can't turn around and go to the general public to create these types of funds that they need for their campaigns because we broke. We trying to survive, as well as the simple fact we don't fucking know y'all till election time. That's how Democrats are weak. So they got to placate to whatever the governor says because they need him to contribute to their campaigns. They've been on vacation. They got a couple items to which they're going to push up when it's election time. This is the work we've been doing. When they literally could be sitting their asses down crafting bills that could change the quality of life of people in the state, almost every single day. Well, how do we know? Do y'all have any proof that this motherfucking president wakes up and does something every single day? Every day. It's like he wake up like, so what am I gonna do today? All right, let's go fuck with that. Let's go fuck. It don't even feel like it's playing. It feel like he get up, okay, today arrest the FBI director. Tomorrow, push this agenda. The next day, raise money for that. And I'm not trying to offend the radical Obamians, but we were so happy just because the motherfucker showed up at the ice cream cone. Oh, he got swag. And your ass can't afford to buy, you can't afford to buy ice cream, nor can you go outside and lick it without fear of getting shot. Goofy. Now all the money is finna be gone. And I'm talking about across the board. I'm serious. I'm telling you truth. I ain't lying to you. I'm not lying to you. All the money is going to be gone from the state, the county, and the city in Illinois. It's clear as in these budgets, and they are in trouble. So what they're hoping is that there's going to be an overwhelming amount of people who are going to vote to put blue people in spaces because everybody is upset and they're moving like they're moving with the Republicans. That didn't work too well when it came to Kamala Harris. They don't have strong candidates and they're not fighters. And what they keep on trying to get you all to think is that they're going to get enough seats to overcome this conservative movement that is taking place. And it is not. You know why? Because conservative movement is funded, is well oiled, and is consistent. They're out there connecting with the people and telling them their message. That's why they all got the same talking point. That's why they're becoming emboldened and finding more courage to stand up and speak up for themselves. Literally 2-3 years ago, you didn't see this kind of stuff because people felt like if I said certain things, I would be in trouble. Now with the assassination occurred and all of the funding that they got, they're going to say what the fuck they want to say, including calling you a nigga because they're in power. And I don't have a problem with a difference of opinion. I have a problem when it becomes absolute. That is the issue. It's becoming absolute. We're not meeting in the middle. We're not celebrating diversity. There's too much hypocrisy and it's too much weak shit going on. But all right, I made my case. I said what I had to say. Everybody going, people pick apart what they want to pick apart. You're going to hear what you want to hear. I'm sounding the alarm and I just wanted to make sure I said it. You all are in trouble. I ain't worried about the rapture. Y'all should be worried about repossession. Your livelihood is at stake here. Your children's quality education is at stake here. I did see that they put an executive order so kids can get their asses whooped. But you go to jail if you whoop your kids. It's really interesting how the world is shaping. I think all of this is interesting, to say the least. It's very interesting. But yeah, Democrats ain't got no money because we ain't got nothing to give them. And guess what? Voter apathy is real because people have literally began to believe that ain't nothing gonna change. The left or the Democrats, people not voting. You don't see no mass voter registration. Y'all too busy in church shouting for a miracle. And God stood up there saying, Goofy, I'm waiting on you to move. He ain't calling you Goofy, but I'm sure he's saying he's waiting on you to move because faith without works is dead. The biggest institution of learning in our community has been the church. Well, the evangelical Christians on the right, those churches are evangelizing their movement and their agenda. The ones on the left, I gotta praise, I gotta get out of my house. And then that is what they depend on. Those same churches, for their political favors, are going to put the politicians in front of you. They're going to put a piece of paper in the palm of the people who are voting, and they're going to tell you who the fuck to vote for. And guess what? You're going to do it because you can't do shit because you're dependent. Break away, get independent, stop playing in your ass, stop letting these people play in our faces, and get this. Everybody got problems. The families of the undocumented got problems. Black people got problems. White people got problems too. Asians got problems. We all need to do what we need to do in our own respective communities to address our problems, and then we need to find our way to the goddamn middle. Because until we do, we'll keep on dealing with this. One side will be up today, and the other side will be up tomorrow. The country will continue to grow divided, and we won't get nowhere like that. That is not the formula. I don't know how to get the message out. I'm not believing that a vote for a independent is a automatic vote for the Republicans. That's some uneducated civic bullshit. If you get enough people to vote independent, then neither Republican nor Democrat will win. Simple. The problem is that it's hard to get enough people to vote. If I was on here right now talking crazy and shit, both of these live streams would have 300 people. But because I'm talking about something that makes sense, people got plans today because it's Friday. So I know what I'm gonna do. People like you ain't running for Congress no more. Ha 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 ha. Joke's on you. Because I'm going to go where the taxes are not high, where the weather is great, where there are activities that I can enjoy. And then I'll come and answer your calls for help when I feel like it. But obviously I care because I'm telling you, you all got this opportunity to make a difference. This will be the only time in the history that I've been alive where we will see every seat be up for election. I am really, really sick to my stomach that Napoleon Harris, out of all the things y'all see, does not have a challenger for United States for his Senate seat. That one is blowing my mind. So what is the upswing? Here go the upswing. You better start storing your nuts if you're gonna keep on acting insane. Because it's gonna get tough out here before it get better if people don't start getting involved. You guys can change this by simply letting them know you're paying attention and you're not a committed vote or a committed direction nowhere. Let them see you show up. But they know for a fact that if y'all start finding out what's really going on and what's at stake, y'all gonna start running for these seats, asking tough questions, getting the information. You're gonna educate yourself, and all of the corruption is going to be exposed and is going to be up. I'm telling you today, some of your greatest political stars are bullshitters and they played you. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You all are running around talking about the National Guard while the Chicago police is beating your ass. And don't tell me that that's just one officer because we've been fighting this since Laquan McDonald. Wait, y'all been fighting this before I've even been alive. They still beating your ass. Some black man who gave his life over to trying to stop violence that's plaguing the community now has a felony because he was trying to film the cops doing their job. Now to the undocumented, are you guys going to show up and march for this young black man that got a felony now? Are you going to come and help with that? Oh, wait a minute. And by the way, I'm working online to get people to understand that the Democratic Party of Illinois fucked Harvey royally, like they're fucking everybody else. And when they realized that it was far gone, they haven't done anything to fix it. They just gave up on it. We got to change that. That's what is my focus right now. Harvey got to come back so that it can be proof that not only we can make this difference, but that the party, they not for real about y'all no more. They're not. They ain't for real about nobody. And I don't know if they've ever been. Last night, within less than an hour, I raised $1,000 on this to sue some idiots who unfortunately look like me, basically because they just want to be dummies. But we did that in less than an hour. And it was not even more. It was 220 people on the live stream. That was done with less than 50 people. Point, case in point. So you mean to tell me if we could actually come together, we may be able to create our own restaurants and institutions and things that we need instead of waiting on motherfucker to bring it. That is crazy to me. We could literally do this ourselves if we were serious. I'm not finna ask you for a dime. Don't worry about it. Because I didn't come on here to talk about what I'm finna do. I ain't doing nothing more. Oh, so then 3 politicians called me and asked me to help their campaigns. See, campaigning is not advocacy. And they wanted me to go, Jedediah, can't nobody do this like you. And I know we know you can speak to the people and move. These are all Democrats in Illinois. You're not running. Join my side. Help us out. We got to beat the ground pay. We got to beat the pavement. My response is, and you got to pay me for it, because that's not advocacy, that's politics. Guess what they said? Oh, we'll get back to you. Well, after further review, Jedediah, we actually just decided that it's just not good. Fuck y'all. They want to use us, but they don't want to give us nothing to thrive with. I am a very generous soul, but I'm definitely not going to keep on giving my hard heart and my motivation, and y'all ain't giving me. And then you can't even give me a fucking thank you when you win. Bye, bitch, because it ain't gonna be me. Good luck with your elections. But guess what? Because y'all gonna think I'm lying if I don't. Those of you all on Facebook, go look at my YouTube after this. I'm gonna show you. As a matter of fact, don't go nowhere. I'm gonna screenshot this real quick in real time. Ooh, there go my boo. My boo told me to get off. All right, now I gotta listen. My boo said, "Get off alive and get in the field." I'm crying. My boo told me to get off and get in the field. But hold on, y'all, because I want to show y'all something. I'm finna send this to myself over here. Y'all don't gotta believe nothing that I'm telling you. I don't give a fuck if you believe me or not. But I'm finna show y'all something real quick that I think is gonna be quite. I'm pretty sure you're gonna find this to be quite interesting. Haters gonna hate, but Jedediah ain't never been a liar. Ain't never been a liar. I ain't never been a liar. So what I just said is the truth. Democrats, and these were all Democrats saying, basically, we want you to help our campaign. The moment I told them they're gonna have to pay for that, now all of a sudden they want to move in another direction, or they ain't going that way. But this happened today. If I be a liar, then God can strike me down today. But this is what I want y'all to see, because this came to me last night. Look at this. I just want you to read my message. You have to leave Jedediah Brown. But what you're going to do is see this message. Read this message. What that say? I received that today at 12:28. Was trying to get you to the White House for a meeting today. Sounds interesting. As in Friday, I would get on the first flight. Did you read that? I've been telling y'all for a long time that people been reaching out to me and talking to me, but what I'm saying ain't falling on deaf ears, because when I literally got that text message 12:28 Thursday, Friday this morning, and I said, "Oh, you won't." So then I called and I'm looking. Okay, so why am I coming to the White House? What is this about? And then I said, "Well, nah, I'm not gonna come right now, but let's basically see if we can set up a meeting, because my community will not understand. Will not understand. My community will not understand engaging Donald Trump as an advocate when they have been inundated with Trump is trying to send the troops to Chicago and destroy the city. So I have to make sure that I'm very smart in everything that I engage in. But I did this when Rahm Emanuel was the mayor. So fuck that. I'm not doing it again. If Donald Trump is willing to sit down with me, I'm gonna tell him, Donald, stop fucking with my city like that. But you can come and introduce yourself like this. And if that's what he's willing to do, then fuck it. I think I'm willing to go have the conversation. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say. But then on top of that, here it goes. I got the mayor of Chicago's direct personal cell phone number, and I got people who are directly connected to JB Pritzker. JB Pritzker don't like me because he know I don't fuck with him for real. So he don't like me. I don't have JB Pritzker's number. I had Bruce Rauner's number and I had Governor Quinn's number. I don't have JB Pritzker's number. Fuck him. But maybe you should just stay out of politics. You have an opinion and that's fine, but don't act like you really know what's going on. As if you did, you wouldn't talk shit about Democrats. Okay. This is what I'm going to say to you really simply. Anybody who tells a person that is a citizen to stay out of politics probably shouldn't get political advice because everything is political. My life is governed by politics. I'm expected to vote in politics. I never said that I was the end all be all or the most astute, but I definitely can talk about my quality of life and what I experienced being under Democratic rule. I may not know all the intricate parts of this because they be hiding shit in bills and making all kinds of deals and having all kinds of spins and plays. But I definitely would talk a lot of shit about Democrats because the pendulum hasn't moved forward for me in the 39 years I've been alive under Democratic rule. So maybe you should just shut the fuck up and have your opinion on your page and don't bring your dumb ass over here telling me what I should and shouldn't do. And then you should ask yourself this question: why don't you have any of the politicians' numbers if you know more than me? So get your goofy ass off my page telling me what the fuck I shouldn't be in when they invited me to the White House and they don't even fucking probably know you. Got to be a reason for that. Did I do a good job, y'all? I didn't spaz out too bad, but you got the wrong motherfucker. You don't know what I know. I'm sorry. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. I love for a motherfucker that's definitely sitting in their computer, ain't never been in no kind of damn meeting whatsoever talking about what a person doing don't know. Maybe you should. I know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. That's why I told you. Go. I ain't tell you what was in the budget. I said go look at them. The state, the county, and the city. It's over. The fuck? You will never talk shit about Democrats. Are you serious? Crook County. You should stop watching the news. I don't care what nobody say. The Republicans and conservative views are not all bad. We need some of that shit. We need a lot of it because this free for all done fucked us up. Okay, I thank God for having parents who definitely told me the difference between right and wrong, but don't punish or kill me because I don't do everything they want me to do. Dude, you're pushing division, and I thought you were better than that. Watch media's touch and get with the facts. Is how you talk to a human that way. Yes, that's how I talk to a human. Stay classy. I'm ratchet. I'm classy ratchet. Don't, because what I wasn't on here doing was telling you don't come on my stuff telling me what I'm supposed to do and talk about my level of education and think we finna have a nice discourse when you don't know what the fuck I'm going through. My life, I've been getting death threats literally for months now. People tying me up in court, having to come up with all kind of money. Don't fucking tell me what I should and shouldn't do and think you're gonna come over here and have a positive conversation. You ain't in my goddamn shoes. Shut the fuck up. Now there go your class. I don't got none. It's out the window. Because when I was praying and prophesying and talking nice, you wasn't listening. So Bubbles, get off my shit. Dismiss. Somebody remove that hoe. Now, my damn city is in trouble and you think I'm be nice? Get your ass out of here. I'm not. Hold on, y'all, because I want to show y'all something because that goofball did make me remember something, though. Some people think because they don't curse, you a better communicator. No, ho, I'll cuss you out and still be on my debate talking points. See, blah, blah, blah. Well, now, this is a grown person talking about some blah, blah, blah. But you want to tell me about communicating and you didn't went literally hold a kindergarten. You done went straight to preschool and you gonna tell me how to communicate. Blah, blah. Stupid ass. Why would you start talking jibber jabber, gibberish, and then stay grown, stay grown? I'm sorry, y'all, I'm trying to find it. That's why I'm still talking shit. I'll be going in, G. I swear to God. I don't really have no fucks to give, man. This is life and death. All this political correct nice shit, it ain't getting us nowhere. Hold on 1 second. What am I looking for? And where is it? So anyway, I don't know where it's at. But to this person's to one point of this person, I will say this, and that is that I looked at the reporting of the guy, the prime minister Benyat, what is his name? Not the guy who was the minister of Israel. When he gave his speech at the UN on Fox, they showed him getting him getting cheers, getting claps. But when you look at it from other reporting angles, they show you a lot of people walking out. Um, they show you a lot of people walking out while he was giving this same speech. And so that is absolutely true that, you got to be careful about the perspective and who's giving you what. And that's why I try to look at it from both sides. I think what I'm trying to say is that, and this person said you're spitting division in, I guess, the Democratic Party or in the country. I don't know. But I'm not speaking about being divisive. I'm speaking about really us being humble enough to meet in the middle. That is really my ultimate message. I may not be the extremely best communicator of getting that message across, but I'm really trying to tell y'all that we're in trouble. And even though I say what I say to undocumented people, I will help them if I saw them in a need, but I'm definitely not going to fight ICE for them, just like they're not going to fight the police for me. It's really, really, really that simple. We don't want to hear hard truths. Somebody wrote in one of our groups that I do what I can to help minorities. That that made some people concerned because they felt like, why would a person be talking like that? Well, by the definition, they wasn't being offensive. They're articulating from their understanding, their culture. They don't know that they may sound offensive to somebody, but that's because we're not been taught to be able to have these real conversations in a least offensive way. So we were able to tell everybody that said it, we don't think that the person is being offensive, but in a technical sense, by the number, calling you a minority is not a wrong thing to say. Now, is it palatable coming from the other side because we don't want to hear that we are smaller then yes, but we got to learn how to have conversations across the aisle. Just because I curse don't mean that I don't know how to sit down with an educated person and engage in an educated discourse. But when I sit down with somebody who thinks you're going to come on this and tell me what to do, when I'm out here on the field every fucking day, I'm going to cuss your ass out. And I'm still going to spit on you if you catch on fire because I don't want you to burn. Just because we're different, we articulate different, does not mean that we are one better or greater than the other. Just because we don't see the world the same, don't mean that we all can't coexist. And just because you're being honest, don't mean that you're being offensive, that you're racist, that you're bigoted, that you're prejudiced, that you're bringing division. You're just being honest. And the truth of the matter is, we fucked up, and the Democrats ain't on shit. And I don't care who don't like it. I'm not sowing discord. I'm telling you what I've been living. And because I've been waiting for the big moment for Democrats to deliver and it ain't never came, I'm going to talk shit about them every chance I get. And I talk to these politicians behind the screen. I'm telling y'all, they literally be saying, "Oh, I can't speak against the party. Oh, I don't want to. I don't. They're all. Somebody else said this to me, and I thought this was profound. One of the ways that you can almost find out if a person is a good politician is to see all the other politicians go against them. They don't necessarily make it automatic, but you better pay attention to those types of things. But anyway, I've said enough. I didn't went on. I started at one and then ended up on 1,000 things. Y'all fucked. That's gonna be the long conversation. Y'all fucked. And if y'all don't do nothing to get out of it, we all gonna be in trouble. And I love y'all. I'm trying my best to do everything that I can, but I promise to God I will, as I have. Let me tell you something. Once you pack your bags and you get the fuck on and you experience something better, it ain't nothing to do it again. Now I might have moved back to Chicago, but I will get the fuck on up out of there if y'all gonna let this be the reality, because I do want to have my own property in Chicago, and I don't want to pay out of ass and home just to try to keep the property in the city. Property taxes is finna be a motherfucker. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because it's sad. While y'all over the Trump, these Democrats then played the hell out of y'all, G. Played the hell out of y'all. Uh, um, They were talking about Mr. McCaskill and the Harvey Library, the Harvey Library Board. Mr. Anthony McCaskill literally is governing a budget of millions, right? And so what happens is then when you go into the library and you're paying all these fees, like for copying and whatever this, that, and the third is. So I've learned this because we've been trying to gear up to help this trustee who was vacated illegally understand the seat. So now we're doing the research. So she was the treasurer before she was just a trustee. Well, the reason why she resigned from being a treasurer in Harvey's public library is because when it was time for them to make money or to go to make the deposit, Anthony McCaskill wouldn't show up. So what you happen to have is about maybe anywhere between $30,000 to $50,000, as I'm alleging, isn't going into the bank account. So what's happening is we don't know where that money is going. So she said, I'm not going to be a part of that. So she resigned as treasurer. But what's happened is that when you pay fees and all these things, if they don't tally it up and make a deposit into the bank, this money is just sitting somewhere and or is being utilized for something. And it could be illegal things that could be implied or assumed based on the activity that's going on. So because you ain't showing up at the bank to make the deposit at the right time. But that's $2 million that he controls. Wow, the library board meetings is boring. Well, guess what? When the library doesn't have what it needs, they're going to raise your taxes to make sure that it does. So keep on saying that. They paid somebody $65,000, and this woman lost. They tried to take her seat because she questioning about the $65,000. $65,000, G. That's a lot of money. And guess what? The attorney general ain't said nothing about the vacation of the seat. The governor ain't done nothing about the corrupt government in the Southland. And I thought Chicago politics was bad, but South suburb politics in Illinois is a motherfucker. And then, like I said, in Flint. So now they had a whole woman still on election, right in everybody's face. They literally are utilizing the court to violate people's constitutional rights. But oh, don't worry. I'm going through the process. I'm very excited about it. And then on top of that, once again, it's the Democrat state. They got millions of dollars for a water crisis settlement. And then I think somebody just said that their settlement was about $47. I think somebody said that they applied for their settlement. They finally got their settlement off, and it was $47. I couldn't believe it. And then to take it a step further, not only all of that, but the violation of the rights, but now they got a council member who then beat this woman allegedly, don't live in this district. Leon Alamine is his name. I'm just sick of it. I'm tired of it. Fucking sick of it. But they over there taking pictures. The governor of the state of Michigan goes to Flint, takes pictures with the mayor. The mayor is now pushing all of his shit through real fast because he know Alamine might be losing that seat. And then because nobody held them accountable for stealing the one election, now I pressure guarantee they're gonna try to steal the other. Long story short, my rant is over. Hope I said something that added value to your life. I give you an hour of my time, my frustration. I feel better. I got it out. But I'm going to be trying to set up a meeting or set a series of meetings in the city of Harvey so that we could try to do something to make it better, because I am not completely giving up, but this shit is annoying. So the Democratic Party is going to have to be pushed to help the city of Harvey. And if we are successful in getting them to help the city of Harvey, it can become literally the standard for helping other suburbs. We did an amazing job in holding Tiffany Hinyard's administration accountable. We might have overly did our job. However, we did a good job. But literally, the moment Tiffany Hinyard was removed from her seat, everybody else that was on the edge, they went right back to their corruption, because the people who were in that fight didn't create anything that was going to sustain the efforts of bringing justice. And you find out that the people who became the most known for it are fools, and they too busy looking for fame and fortune and clout, and they're competing and being stupid, focusing on me. There's nothing that people are worried about. They're so happy that they are not seeing me come inside of Thornton Township meetings because they think I'm moved by these people. I'm just not interested. I'm not interested, and I'm busy, and I got a lot of stuff going on. But these fools of the VNOS are not keeping me out of Thornton Township meetings. That is not the truth. It's happening that way. I'm just not. What I'm going to fight all that for? The people that is accepting it, I heard somebody say that if you look at the food box that was there when Tiffany Henyard was the supervisor versus the food box that y'all get now, basically I get to get a meat chug, and that chug is only good enough to feed your family one meal with the meat. When you used to get a meat, two a part of a chicken, one of anything from like a starch, a carb, or something other that. But I'm heard now y'all getting one chug of meat and some canned goods. Congratulations. When I travel throughout the Southland of Illinois and I run into employees of Thornton Township, they would be looking mad as hell. I asked one, is things getting better? And they just looked at me and rolled their eyes. I'm not going to go back and fight that shit all over again. For what? Five questions. And I'm out. So 100 people over here. Over there. There's 200 people cumulative. There's over 200 people. But I'll answer 5 questions like I always do. And I'm going to get off. But I'm going. Oh, and then we found the young lady in Orlando. But I think I told you. Now, what have Republicans delivered? Maybe you, I'm sorry, aren't paying attention to what's going on. But they have steamrolled through everything that was supposed to be a restriction. They have demonstrated real strength for their base. I don't feel like the Republicans have delivered anything for me, but I watched him deliver for his base, and that's commendable. What has he delivered? First of all, you got whole news anchors running government agencies and people in entertainment all in the government. That's one thing. Nobody had the backbone to stop any of his confirmation. They definitely control in the courts and they overwhelming amount, especially with a lot of the appointments, as well as they have now been able to embolden and resource their base. These people got money across the board. Their message is now being heard consistently throughout the country. People are actually starting to repeat talking points of right, left wing extremists, and we're violent, or that there's violence and um, undoing things that were done by previous administrations. The Republicans doing a lot of shit. They really are. They're demonstrating balls. They got balls. They got hella balls. They bombing people on boats. I tell you again, I had a business that I was a part of when Donald Trump became president, and it had an opportunity zone, and I ain't gonna forget that they made all the money that it made. So I'm not gonna sit here and lie and act like they ain't delivered nothing. They delivered a lot. Now, one thing that Obama did deliver that I appreciated was healthcare. He did do healthcare. We got healthcare. We did. I don't take that from him. But the Democrats in the state of Illinois, I'll tell you what they about to deliver. And increasing your damn bills. So for me, as it relates to political party, I'm independent now. I don't trust either side. So that's where you might have gotten this conversation wrong. Again, I cannot talk about Republican effect overwhelmingly because I've been mostly affected by Democrats. Now, I did have a 3-4 year residency in Texas. I had the economy is booming. People flocking there. I had my gun. Nobody had my problem with me bearing arms. You want me to be honest? If you want me to be honest, like when I lived in Texas, which is where I just left, I ain't had no problems. The only problem I had is you couldn't smoke weed. If you smoke weed, you still going to jail. You go to jail for a blunt. But hey, you give some, you take some. Smoke at the house if you're a smoker. My family was harmed. My life was harmed. My career was taken by a boys' club. I'm at local meetings fighting Delgado. So 4 more questions. 4 more questions. As it relates to Democrats, I want them to. Weed is legal. No. No, the fuck it ain't. It's not in no Dallas. No, not in Dallas. Trust me, I know. Not in Dallas. 4 questions, family. Did I say anything that, well, are y'all hearing what I'm talking about? Oh, I'm in Illinois. Yeah. It's legal in Illinois now. It is. But even that, the way that they could have made those programs to like really create close the wealth gap, they played y'all with the licensing for the growers and for the dispensaries and all that other stuff. That was they messed that up too. No, they didn't. They did what they always do, enrich their friends. 4 more questions. Somebody gonna tell me class. They forgot who's back. Kyra, how's Kyra? I miss her so much. I think that's probably one of the biggest things that I suffer through now. Kyra cannot come to Chicago. It sucks, but I make sure that she has everything she needs, and I'm gonna go visit my baby really soon. 3 more questions. And she had all these supposed internet aunties and uncles, and y'all ain't did shit. So I don't want to hear it. Ain't nobody went to go get her for me, check on her for me, make sure she got supplies, help to find a boo, teach her nothing. So y'all gone. You be so happy when you get her. Then she start tearing shit up, and I want to get the fuck away from her. Oh my God, y'all! I found this to be quite funny. They said that Grinder, which is a gay app, said that if the Republicans keep on putting in legislation to ban their app, they're going to release the information of which Republicans be on the app. But then it got real crazy because, and this is my thing about hypocrisy. So this is actually proven that they said in Republican ran areas, they're doing more Google searches of trannies, she-males, and things of that nature, but they be the ones trying to regulate it the most. What y'all trying to see? Have you ever watched the movie Spook that sat by the door? No, I heard about it. So they said that it's Republican states that's all Googling trans porn and things of that nature. So it's not adding up. They be so against it. But I feel like a lot of the Republicans are they be just being hypocrites too though. Would you ever consider running? Nah, I don't have residency, even though he shouldn't be running either, because he ain't. Wait, do he have residency now? I don't even think Harris has residency. No. He has residency now because they remapped it. Yeah, they remapped it. So he does have residency, I believe, for his Senate seat, but he didn't when he first got there. And it sure as hell ain't got residency for a supervisor seat. But it's Cook County. He'll be fine. He's fine. But if I tried to do it, it wouldn't work. I wouldn't do it. As a matter of fact, I had a temporary residence in Austin, um, and I was so appreciative because I had to do so much traveling. And so Mary Avant, who was a trustee of Thornton Township, she had a room. She has a whole house. She had a room that I could rent, so that I would be able to, not have to do all the traveling back and forth from Texas to Dalton. And I appreciated her for that. So I took up temporary residence for at Mary's house. But these fucking people, man, they kept doxing her address and putting it out there and sending shit to her house. And so I just decided to just go ahead and get the fuck on up out of there. Fuck it. So now I have to find me a new residence in Illinois. So so essentially, but I don't know, because I don't know if I'm gonna have a good deal as it relates to my rent and my bills as good as that one. But yeah. So I got to figure out where I'm gonna live, y'all. I gotta get a new address in Chicagoland. Who got a room? And let's be clear here, I still have my own home, just not in Illinois. I have my own home somewhere else, but I never tell where it's at. You'll never find it. You don't think I'm saying I'm gonna have these bitches putting my addresses up and sending letters to my shit? No, fuck that. So ain't no more serving me at Mary's house, cause I ain't gonna get it. I don't live there no more. I'm up out of there. I waited till the wee hours of the night and I grabbed all of my bags and got the fuck on. It don't matter anyway. I'm not even advocating for Dalton no more. So shit, I ain't even need to be there. Oh yeah, we don't care. But yeah, no. Seriously, y'all. What's up with the police lady? Who was the police lady? I'm not sure you're talking about it here on Facebook. Anything else y'all need to ask me before I get off of here? I got 3 questions left. Talking about people was serving her house. Oh, Keith's Price, I got 6 bedrooms and 4 baths. Okay. What happened to the police lady in Harvey? Oh, she don't want me. That lady don't want me. We together in my head though. That's why I ain't out here, you know what I'm saying? I'm trusting the Lord. That's why I ain't out here slanging no dang. Oh, that's not how I wanted to say that. That's why I'm not out here going crazy. You know what I'm saying? If you want God to create a miracle, you got to be willing to sacrifice. So I said, okay. Now I done had a couple offers, but I can't get nobody none because I'm holding out. If God gonna turn a gay girl straight, I'm going on a fast next week. And I don't know if she gay. That's the thing. I don't really know what she is, but I do know sometimes when she be standing up, and like, I like that little nigga, but she a little rough. She a little pretty and rough. Like standing there looking like one of the guys. I'm like, okay, now I like her, but because I'm not like a sentimental, emotional guy in a relationship. I keep trying to tell y'all that I'm not very I'm not we don't gotta cuddle and all that shit. Give me some dap, good game. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this money. Let's build this life. Let's travel this country. If I be honest, I'm so twisted up as it relates to my personal side. I'm not a liar. I think I am a polygamist. Because if my girlfriend and I've had it. My girlfriends have had girlfriends, and I just think it's the cutest thing. Oh, you with your girlfriend? Good, because I don't want to have to talk to y'all that emotional shit. I got to do this live. I don't want to hear about your day. Go talk to her. Do I come in here telling you about my day? Go talk to her. I don't know. I'm kind of like I'm kind of that guy. If I walk in with 2 girls, man, hallelujah. That's why I was gonna become. I was gonna change my religion at one point in my life because I heard that it was a lot of. You get a lot. You get multiple. But yeah, I was and I'm just answering because I'm having my fun. I'm having fun. But yeah, I don't think ooh, y'all, it might be too much. It might be TMI. Now I'm just kicking it with y'all at this point because I didn't got off of the topic that I was on. But let me shut up. Let me shut up. Don't ask me no more questions about that because I'm a fool. I'd be done told you. But no, yeah, I really find her to be stunning. She's beautiful to me. Um, I like that she is like she seems like she could switch it up. And I don't think she would be I don't think she would be scary. I don't like scary people, and I think that it's her smile. Her smile is amazing. Her smile is amazing. Now she probably can get some veneers now because so we both could be, you know what I'm saying, looking good and fake. Um, she got regular teeth, but she got beautiful regular teeth. No, she got a beautiful regular smile. But the moment we get together, we going to get them veneers. That will be the mark of being my boo. $1 million teeth, $1 million looking teeth. So somebody go tell her that I'm fasting and praying. I'm trying Jesus. If he don't get it done, then we're gonna talk to Buddha. If he don't get it done, I'm going to pray at the wall in Israel. If that don't work, I'm gonna go find Tina Turner so we could do the chant. Nam yo ho renge kyo. But something gonna happen. It's gonna be me and her. One day I'm gonna sit up. Oh, that's what's gonna happen. One day I'm gonna sit up here and I'm be like, "Come here, girl." She gonna be like, "What?" I'm be like, "Dang, calm down. Get the bass out your voice." I'm crying. I'm just playing, y'all. Okay. Exactly. Go to the Pope's house, kneel down before the steps, you know what I'm saying? Put something in the change bucket because they need the money back they ain't spent on that shit. Y'all, let's go to the Pope's house in Dalton. How many want to go on a trip with me to the Pope's house in Dalton? I don't know how they necessarily make the money, but y'all, let's go to the Pope's house and make a donation to Dalton. Did y'all see that the business community and the pastors in Dalton gave a donation to buy the bulletproof vests of all of the police officers in Dalton? Did anybody see that? I guess they wasn't lying that they broke. I'm like, damn. And I saw the police chief, boy. That police chief looked like an African booty. The police chief, when that man said we may have to do this again, he was like, we may need y'all to do this again. I was like, oh Lord, as hell they get that man. Y'all need to go look at that video. I think it's pretty awesome though. Business community gave I think it's gonna cost them around maybe $10,000 or more to get new bulletproof vests for the Dalton officers, and the business community is gonna get it. Okay, let me ask y'all some advice, and then I'm gonna get off of here because y'all ain't telling me nothing. How does a guy Mac to give me a line to try, y'all? How does a guy Mac to a lady that he's not sure if she would be attracted to him and if she would even be attracted to men? What can I do? Tell me, because I really don't know. Let me see if I can get some tips. As a matter of fact, yeah, let me see if I can get some tips. I knew you were about to say African. No, I'm sorry. That was disrespectful. I apologize. Anybody got any tips of how do you convince? And again, I don't know. And then you got to think about the fact that this is a cop. So if she feel away, she could probably lock me up. I'm not going to jail for no relationship. The fuck no. Okay, with a card. And then if I do this wrong, then she could get bullied by, police culture is a bully culture. You feel me? It's a bully culture. I can't give her a gift because I don't think they can take gifts. I'm an advocate. I'm an advocate. We're fearless. We're fearless. So look, at the next, oh, I told y'all, but y'all don't want to help me because y'all don't ask her to arrest you. That's a good way to start. Send her an edible arrangement at her job. Send her lunch. Y'all, that's all weak as hell. If she like, what if she don't? What if she like girls? You feel me? If she like girls that don't like guys at all, then none of that is gonna work. I don't believe none of that's gonna work. I can't do no soft shit. She might, some. That's the part that I don't know. Like, how do I, as a man, say to a woman that I don't know if she like girls or not? I'm just assuming. Do you think she watches your channel? If she watches my channel, hey, you already know what time it is. Hit me up, hit your boy. You can send me an email, investigate and advocate. You feel me at gmail.com. We're gonna make it priority. I've been thinking about you, boo. Yeah, I'm not good at that. Don't matter what she likes, she gonna eat that fruit. Should I be straightforward and ask her how she would tell you then if she's interested in men or not? I'm so sorry. She said, I don't care what she likes. She gonna eat that fruit. That's funny as hell. Oh my God. I don't know. I wouldn't want to get her in trouble, nor me in no shit, or make it uncomfortable for her. But I think I'm gonna try some of this stuff, y'all. I'm finna send her ass I'm gonna send an edible arrangement to Harvey. I'm finna send an edible arrangement to Harvey because my homie never fails me. Shy girl never fails me. So that's what I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna have to like pop up like an hour later, and if I see her chewing some shit, you ate my shit. You ate my shit. You ate my shit. What you eating? Open your mouth. And if you eat my shit, if you eat my fruit, we going out. I don't give a fuck. That's what I'm gonna put on there. I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna put it on. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. It's the forbidden fruit. And I'm gonna put in a note. If you eat this, you gotta go out, you mad. And if I come in there and I see her looking like a cow, I'm gonna come back with an announcement. Okay. That was funny. Y'all all must be single because all y'all advice was whack. Do they still go to Lover's Lane and Matt's? Y'all whack. Y'all information, y'all advice whack as hell. I don't think none of that stuff gonna work. I don't know. I'm gonna just go. She a cop. I'm gonna just. She looking. Then she looking for a stalker mouthful. How he know I ate. You whack. Oh yeah, I would like a stalker doing something like that. So I'm gonna just let it. I'm gonna just leave it in the Lord's hands. Somebody said sing to her. I would ask her out. Okay. What would you say? Looking at the whole picture, it's fools that's always trying to make things a mess. How would you ask her? Give me the words to say. Asexual here, so my advice. Tell her you might have something dangerous on you if she should frit. Y'all trying to get me locked up. I'm single, so don't listen to shit I say. What I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say, come on, y'all. I'm dead serious. Y'all give me something to say. I'm gonna say it for real. I'm gonna say it for real and see what happens. I don't know what to say to her. Oh my God, my eye. Lunch. Okay, Mari, I'd love to hear your advice to him. Okay, Mari. I think I'm gonna just say, I don't got nothing. Just play her DMX song. If you're available tonight, I would like to take you out to dinner and conversation. So just be clear like that. Just be clear like that. I like that forbidden fruit issue. I think I'm gonna do that though for real. Want to grab a drink or coffee or something simple? Can I take you out? Y'all are lying. That do not work with y'all. Okay, that don't work with y'all. I don't care what nobody say. That does not work with y'all, especially like on the introductory type of level. The real my nerd, you got to make it look casual when you bump into her, and if she say no, then move on to the next officer. Oh my God, have someone do it for you. Hell, let me do it. I'll play matchmaker. Okay, all right, y'all. I have fun. You overthinking it. If you a people's person, just let it be organic. She may like the rough around the edges kind of guy. Women police want to act more tough to prove a point. I'll say stay calm and let it flow naturally. If I was to approach this lady and she denied me, I would feel weird around her forever. I would just have to. So if I abruptly end my advocacy in Harvey, then y'all know that it didn't work out. I like a simple to the point guy. Yeah, but this ain't simple. It's too many things going on. I done told you. Too many unknown variables. So I'm gonna just walk up to her and I'm gonna just be like, St. Patrick's, 7 o'clock, Saturday morning. No, not seven. Fuck. I'm gonna be like, St. Patrick's. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna just walk up on her on some real like you either taking it or leaving it. St. Patrick's, 12 o'clock, Saturday morning. Be there or it's over. Now try that for direct. St. Patrick's, 11 o'clock, Saturday. You and me. You, me, and you. Me and you. Be there. Or it's over. Bingo. That's what I got. You gotta come like a man. And I gotta let her know. I gotta let her know out the gate. This is what type of time it is over here. Now I got you. Lamb chops is about $100. You want some lamb chops? You want some lamb chops? Or you don't want some lamb chops? Because I heard that ain't over there in Harvey for no lamb chop. Not for no St. Patrick's lamb chop. That would not watch. Watch. I got it. Y'all don't doubt me. Y'all just get y'all dresses and y'all tuxes ready for the ceremony. We're gonna have a first lady in INA. And if she just so happens, and I gotta talk to the Lord about what the real definition is. But if she decide that she want a girlfriend, damn it, we gonna go get her a girlfriend. My woman gonna be happy regardless. Whatever it take, boo. No, that's what I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna be like, hell, if you got a girl, bring her too. Y'all both can come. Got time for this. I pray it works out for you. You won't be able to put her. You all will put her guard down. You won't be able to put her guard down. So advice, be gentle, so you can speak to her feminine space. This is too much. No, I know, but seriously, do you all know that in every relationship, as God is my witness that I've ever had, I did just like that. That's the truth. Every relationship that I've ever been in my life, every relationship I've ever been in my life, I pretty much gone to them and put your number in the phone. I'll tell you where we're going out. It's always worked, but it's just different because it's police And it's always police and body cameras, so it's a little different situation. But that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just tell her St. Patrick's 11 o'clock, be there or forget it. You don't want me, I don't want you either. Ain't got time for this shit. We got trying to get us a first lady over there. Get a monthly subscription to a music app, Criticals. I think he makes music to give her channel donations. Okay. This is why I need to get off of the internet. I came on here to sound the alarm about real crisis in the state of Illinois and ended up talking crazy with y'all. Sheesh. Can't get right. Call me can't get right, but it don't mean I'm lying. I hope I said something that added value to your life. I love y'all so much. Thank you for the laughs. Thank you for the moment to let out my frustration. Thank you for hearing me. It's this is not a good. Yes, I had to scream. Let me see if somebody look outside. Say just joy for the culture. Ain't nobody out here. Let me see if anybody looking out their window. Nope. Ain't nobody even look out their window. Everybody must be outside. That's the somebody. Say just join for the culture. That's the level of excitement you gotta have. Wait, did she join for the culture or something else? I used to stay down the street from you in South Shore. Was I a good neighbor? Lisa. That ain't the cop. That's my girl. I know exactly who she is. That's white people stuff. Oh no, I was just playing. They thinking I wasn't calling. They think I'm calling them. I'm not calling them. She thought I called her. She came outside. Girl, no, you was not that cop. Go back in the house. Lisa said yes, I was a good neighbor. Thank you. Well, y'all didn't vote for me to be your alderman, so I got the fuck on. Shay be pimping Jed outside. Shay be pimping Jed inside joke. Who be pimping me? Oh, Shay. Oh, Shay. Yeah. Shay just joined. Did she just join for the culture? Jed, did you see Kim Meek's mind donation earlier? I didn't. Somebody donated. I didn't see a donation, but I'll look. Yes, $100. Somebody donated $100, and I ain't see it. What that was for the fund, legal fund? Oh my God! Let me end this broadcast with this. Well, first of all, I don't know. They're saying that somebody gave $100. Thank you so freaking much for believing in what we're doing to actually support it like that. However, let me get to my closing. Y'all, yesterday was a phenomenal thing, and y'all pissed off that them people mad as fuck. You hear me? They are mad as hell. But yesterday in 1 hour, you guys raised $1,200, which we have lawyers again that are with us, but to have them do this work, it costs money. And so, and by the way, I do want to explain something. This right here, I want to explain something because y'all might have saw this last night in the broadcast. It was late. I was getting ready to go somewhere, which is where I'm at now. I got to get back to where I'm going, but I'm not. And it's cool though, because this shirt is nice and it's a really, really wonderful shirt. Anyway, but what was I about to say? Within 1 hour, you guys raised $1,200 of what is going to cost $2,500 retaining fee to have one of these cases addressed. And I am just so grateful and elated for that. And I don't know what this individual that just gave to us. I'm assuming it's going to be for legal costs. I'm going to see if there's a label on it, because we are bound in the sense to do exactly what we're told with the resources. But I'm going to check that out. But if that is the case, it will then go to it being $1,300. I am eternally grateful for that. That means a lot to me because I've been dealing with the real true definition of stalking and cyberbullying and harassment, and we're going to deal with this, and I'm feeling really good about it. But other than that, I see another name that used to be a part of Justice Family. I wish you would join for the coaching, Joyce Norman. We would love for you to come. Basically, the gang is getting back together with a different mission and name. But I believe that a lot of guys and a lot of women who was in that movement can come on to this movement, because we're going to do it this time for real, and we're not going to dissolve, and we're going to be making a national impact. So I'm calling you out, Joyce, because I see your name over here on YouTube. I mean, on Facebook. I want you to consider becoming a part of my For the Culture family. I miss y'all so much. And I know y'all miss me too. Don't lie and say you don't. And then actually, Joyce, you would have a person that you would get along with, because I know how much you love those tailgating parties, and we finally got somebody over here that like football that seems just as much. So come on and join the family. So I'll leave it there. If you're believing in the work that we're trying to accomplish in INA, you can contribute to one of the ways listed below. If you don't label it, it has to go into a general fund. If you does, it goes specifically to whatever that person that the cause is. And beyond that, I would have asked for somebody to join our family today and to get us closer to our goal of 100 people. And we literally, if I'm not mistaken, are now at 86 people. 86 people. Because today Shay just joined our family, and to me that makes me extremely happy. So I'm good with it there. I'm gonna be good there. And then somebody, Agnes and Agnes just said $50. I'm assuming it's just to be supportive of INA, but y'all, today is fully blessed. I'm grateful, and I had a lot of fun talking to y'all. I don't have nothing to do, so I'm finna sit here and practice my pickup lines. So I get my boo. I'm gonna get my boo. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get my boo. It's gonna be my boo. Who doubted me? If you doubted me, put a 2. If you agreeing with me, put an 8. I'm gonna get my. I'm gonna find. I'm going to love somebody. I'm gonna love somebody. Is that if you heard that song that she's going to tell you to stop lying because you want her? I'm gonna love somebody, and that's gonna be. I know that's gonna change my whole life. I might just if I could just, man, 39 years old, never truly loved or been in love. Okay, last question, and then I'm done. Y'all I wanna have a whole broadcast about dating. I wanna have a whole broadcast about dating. If you think that that's a good idea, do y'all want to do a broadcast about dating? I want to do I want to have that was kind of fun for me. I don't know. That was fun. I guess it's made me tap into parts that I have to shut up. I have to keep shut up because my life does not afford me a lot of freedom. True story. I ain't lying. Yesterday I met somebody who. This is a true story. Last night, God knows I ain't lying. I was outside and ran into somebody who said they was a follower of mine. We had an amazing interaction. They said they were nervous. I said, don't be nervous. It ain't all that. It ain't giving that. I'm just a regular person like you that's very active. And do you all know that I gave this person my number, and the third message was when I walked away is, where you about to go? And I said, well, I'm going to be going back to rest. Got to get up in the morning. This is before I got the message about the White House, because then I would have said I might be going to the White House. But the fourth message, the donation was for legal. Thank you so much, Agnes. Interest. Thank you so much. $50 that went toward our legal situation and fighting this situation. Thank you so much. That brings us to $12.50. That means a lot to me. Or 11, yeah, $12.50. And if that $100 is there, to bring us to $13.50. But you might be watching, so I don't want to make you feel a certain way or feel bad. Yeah, you just you may be watching, but let's just say that was a crazy picture, very very crazy picture that was sent, and I couldn't believe it. I got your picture in case you're watching, and I was just like, whoa. Boy, freaked out. Y'all freaked out, boy. Y'all is freaked out. But okay, I got the picture. I hope I said something that added value to your life. If I don't get you to pay attention to anything seriously, again, I said Illinois, Cook County, City of Chicago, you all are about to have some budget problems. You're about to have some budget problems. And you guys got to get serious about getting involved with what people are doing, making decisions that affect your life quality. And I think you better do it now, because it's almost going to be some very sad and bad times if we don't. That may be avoidable. The number one issue that is stifling the relief in Illinois is corruption and complicit government spending without creating new revenue streams, and they're not doing what I would consider to be a balanced distribution of resources. And because they're only resourcing their friends and their obedient supporters in a enrichment type of way, and there's nepotism and things going on like that, the wealth isn't spreading for people to also create the types of streams that they need. And because people are not thriving, they're not contributing to the political spectrum, and because they're not contributing to the political spectrum, we're losing. And so my opinion, and it's just my opinion, I'm not saying that I'm an expert, but I'm being honest. The Democratic Party needs a wake-up call, and I think that people need to register as independents and consider voting independents. Need to organize and make them move policy. Today, I am very convinced that somebody could put a policy on the table and it could pass in the Democratic stronghold right away if it was organized in the will of them to do it, and it could make a major impact. To the Republicans, I'm a free agent, but I'm not impressed. Y'all need to kind of sort of hear me when I say this. Y'all not looking too great to run to, even though the Democrats are not looking great to run from. I mean, and that's why, even while I'm running from the Democrats, y'all don't make me feel secure that I can run to you. And that is not a message of division. It is a message that's my truth. And I wish that we could come to a point where people sit down and have these critical conversations from a democratic, open-minded standpoint, and not from a extremist standpoint. And I think that will make a big difference. I don't know if I'm going to if I'm going to be leaving here and going to Washington, D.C. That text message was 100% real. They're trying to get me to come to the White House. I will be. Now, the one thing I will say is that it doesn't say that I'm meeting with Donald Trump. That was something that came out in a voice call, but they were saying that they're trying to get me to the White House to a meeting. And my thing would be, who else would I want to meet? Who else would I meet with at the White House? But those are things that need to be worked out. And I just want to make sure I'm very clear here with what I'm saying. But yes, I was texted last night that they're trying to get me to the White House for a meeting. And that's interesting. And I think that the difference between this time and then the last time I had the same offer is I'm going to take that damn meeting. I'm going to go. I'm going to go. Maybe Brother Iron 18 will help become governor of Illinois. Republican punks, Democrat punks, they got us brainwashed. Yeah, never mind. Hope I said something about your life, y'all. Goodbye.
Yo. Can I get in on this? I want another 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, you thought it was through. This was just one assignment, boo. Judge checking with God, getting next instructions. You need an advocate, reach out, he might be coming.
This young